So the great thing about dollar stores is the fact that, let's say if ever you're in a pinch and you need some items, you can just hit up the dollar store and get all the things that you need at a reasonable price. And when it comes to these dollar stores, obviously, therefore, a certain demographic of people, right? People have low income, low socioeconomic status. They allows them to get the things they need at a reasonable price. But what if these dollar stores are no longer selling stuff for $1? It kind of defeats the purpose of calling it a dollar store, right? So that's what's happening, right? And this is not new, right? Like if you ever go to a dollar store, it's not everything is usually, most of the things is dollars, but certain things are like above $1. I think usually is capped out at a price like $5. And this has been happening for a while. But like in today's economy where inflation is happening, like a lot of people are certain people that usually shop there are finding it very difficult to afford the things that they need. And a big reason for that is because right now, like, inflation is affecting everyone, right? Regardless of what your status is when it comes to income, it affects everyone. And what's happening is people with higher net worths are now shopping at these stores looking for discounts. Okay, and what happens is, like, these people with higher net worths, with more disposable income, they're shopping at these stores, driving up demand for these products. And what happens when demand starts to increase, so do the prices of these products. And of course, the people that's going to affect are the people of lower income status, right? They're not going to be no longer be able to afford these things, right? When they come to a dollar store, they're expecting to find the majority of the items for $1, because that's usually what they can afford. But when you have people with higher net worth with more disposable income shopping and they're driving up demand, it's going to make more things expensive. And this is the issue that a lot of these dollar stores are facing, right? Because now you have stores not hitting their profit margin, and it's causing them to shut down. One store in particular is Dollar Tree. Now, Dollar Tree bought another company called Family Dollar. And what's going on is, because they're not hitting their profit margins, they're not making the money that they need to. Dollar Tree is now going to shut down, I think, 1,000 Family Dollar stores across the country, nationwide. And I think it's going to be like 30 Dollar Tree stores nationwide as well. So they're shutting down a lot of these stores. And of course, that's going to affect people, obviously, like I said, the lower income, because if they can't get stuff that they need for at a reasonable price, it's going to just make it difficult for them. Right, so that's what's going on. It's like a lot of these stores are not hitting their margin because of high demand. Because, like, if you're a dollar store, people expect to be buying stuff for $1. But now it's you're finding items $1.20, $3, $4, and I think it's like capped at like $7. So for a lot of people, obviously the people that don't have a lot of disposable income, that's going to be tough. Like, they're not going to be able to afford all these things. So we're going to read this article and talk about what's happening, because it says discount retailers facing Chapter 11 bankruptcy or liquidation. So it says, all right, you would think that the struggling economy would be good for discounters. This has been true for some players, including Walmart and to a lesser extent Dollar General. But many low price retailers have faced massive struggles. Tuesday morning and Christmas tree shops, that's the name of the two companies, two retailers around the discount treasure hunt model, filed for bankruptcy, and were not able to write the finances. But both companies ended up being liquidated after Chapter 11 filings turned into Chapter 7 auctions. Right, so it said those two companies are not the only discounters that have struggled. Dollar Tree will be closing 600 stores under its Family Dollar brand. It has also moved away from the dollar price limit, charging between $1.50 and $7 for items in its stores. So, like I said, Dollar Tree bought Family Dollar back in 2014, 2015. Obviously, that makes sense. You had the same brand, so it makes sense to purchase them, but they've been having trouble, right? And that's the thing. When the economy struggles the way it is, and you have inflation, it's going to be hard to keep your prices at the same price target, right? You can no longer just sell your products and services, your products for $1. With inflation, things are going to go up, and they've been able to get away with it for a while. But it gets to a point where it's like, all right, you know what? You're a dollar store, and a lot of the items that you have here are more than $1. Right, and this is going to affect a certain demographic of people, right? The majority of their customers, probably are low income, low socioeconomic, and if they can't afford the things, it's going to hurt. It's going to obviously affect your price margin, your profit margin. So this is what they're struggling now, which is causing them to shut down a lot of their stores. So it says that, as you might imagine, creates branding problems for the chain, but it has become common in the dollar store space. Dollar General, which has more than 19,000 stores, has never been a pure dollar store and has items at various prices. So it says Dollar General has never been a dollar store, even though they're called Dollar General. right? So it says dollar stores and the other discount chains have struggled because their generally low income customer base has been hit hard by the economy. These stores are facing a sort of double-edged sword that's making their operation more challenging. So it says most now sell food products that offer retailers low margin. Still, everyone needs to buy food, but if the other items that low income consumers are passing up as they try to make ends meet, many consumers are passing up things like balloons, greeting cards, and craft supplies because they need money for essentials. So inflation hurts dollar stores in two ways. It raises the cost of inventory while discouraging their customer base. The combination appears ready to claim another victim. So yeah, so you can see that how that, obviously when it comes to inflation, how it can affect you, because if everything is more expensive, you're going to focus on the things that you need more. So like they're talking about like balloons, greeting cards, and craft supplies, those items are not being sold, and people are going to focus on the essentials that they actually need, like food. So it's going to affect, you're going to see a lot of these dollar stores struggling because, like I said, if inflation is going up, if things are getting more expensive, it's hard to maintain that brand of, all right, everything is $1. Right, and there's a history behind it that this article talks about how 90-cent stores became so prominent in this country. But when you see inflation, when things are increasing at increased rates every decade or so, it's hard to maintain that brand. Like I said, Dollar General was never maintained that dollar store, like dollar brand, right? They've always had items that are more than $1, but they've been able to get away with it because obviously people understand, like, if inflation is going to happen, people are going to have only so much disposable income, and it gets to a point where they say, you know what, I can't afford it anymore. So eventually you get to that point where you struggle, and that's where you see a lot of these dollar stores going through it right now. So it's interesting to see where these goes because, they said Dollar Tree already closed down 600, and I think there was a report that said they're going to close 1,000. So they're going to be shutting down a lot of stores over the next couple of probably 6 months to a year, and see where that goes. So let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the like button and share, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so you guys take care and have a good one. Later.